Hello! It is day 12. 2 weeks. 2 weeks in lockdown. I've just got up. I am uploading the video from yesterday to YouTube as we speak, and then I'll pop that up on... Oh, yawn. Then I'll pop that up on Facebook. Then I'm going to go have some breakfast. I don't know what I'm going to have for breakfast, to be fair. I wanted to have bananas on toast, but I don't have any toast. So, I don't know. We'll work out something and have something. If nothing else, we'll have coffee, of course. Plans for today, I need to make some bread. I probably need to get that on like first thing, to be fair. And for dinner, I really want to make tortillas, which sounds so boring, but I've never made them before, and they always make them on like MasterChef and stuff, and they're like, they're so easy and they taste so good. I don't have a tortilla press though, so I'm just gonna have to like roll them out really thin, and also I have a pretty small frying pan, so they're not going to be very big. But I'm quite keen to make some tortillas and see what they're like. That's about it, guys. I'm just gonna finish uploading this, and then we'll go and see what I make for myself for breakfast. I just had a look in the freezer, and I have some of this brioche loaf that I made, I don't know, probably a couple of months ago. Just a couple of slices that I froze, so I think I'm going to toast them and have some scrambled eggs. Or maybe fried eggs, poached eggs. I don't know, we're going to have some sort of egg. Oh, that's so upsetting. I burnt my toast. It's very sad times. And not only did I burn my toast, but I screwed up this egg as well. So, I mean, none of this has gone well, has it? That one looks okay though. We'll just pretend that that's the only one I've got. I'm just tinkering around the house doing a few things, and I figure while I'm doing that, I should get some bread on. So I'm going to put 160 mils of warm water into here. I feel like I want to go for a bit of a honey oat sort of loaf, so I'm going to add in some honey. That's going to be like the sugar that the yeast can feed on, if it wants to come out of its little doodacky. Hello. Anytime. There we go. I'm just going to give that a quick mix. And I'm just going to shake on a packet of yeast, and we'll come back when that's all frothed up. Alright, that is all foamed up, so now I'm going to add in some flour. I'm going to go with 275 grams. Into that I'm going to add, oh, sorry guys, into that I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt. And then I want to do grains again. I'm pretty much going to do the same grains that I did the other day, but I'm going to leave out the nigella seeds because they tasted shit. They didn't taste shit. They've just got quite like an almost oniony sort of flavour, which is not what I wanted in my bread. I'm going to add quite a lot of oats though, because I do want like an oaty loaf. So about half a cup of, these are milk oaties, so they're a little bit more broken down than regular oats. The kibbled wheat. I'm going to add, I don't know, two tablespoons of the kibbled yeast. Yeet? Kibbled yeast. Oh God, give me strength. My wheat bran. I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of that. Like a heaped teaspoon. Oh my God, I can't get over kibbled yeast. Stop it, Courtnay. Flax seeds, I'm going to put in a tablespoon. I'm actually dying. God. Pumpkin seeds, 1 teaspoon, tablespoon, not a teaspoon. And 1 tablespoon of sunflower seeds. Then I'm just going to sprinkle in some white sesame seeds. like so. I'm also going to add a couple of teaspoons of wheat gluten. Obviously I spoke about that the other day. It just makes bread better. Helps that gluten development. Big fan. I'm also going to add half a cup of milk just to give it, I don't know, more of that milky quality. So half a cup. Oh, and I am going to warm that up slightly in the microwave just to help develop this dough. This has just come out of the microwave. You want to be able to like comfortably stick your finger in it. If it's too hot to do that, you are going to kill your yeast. The last thing is just a little bit of butter. So I'm just going to, actually I'll take that off. Only 30 grams of butter, so we're not after a huge amount. That's already going to be too much, I would say. $28 grams, that'll do. Give that a little mixy mix just to help that butter start to soften. Lastly, pour that into here. And I'm going to chuck this in the mixer to mix for like 15-20 minutes, quite a while. You know how I had that leftover like ravioli pasta that I made the other day? And I was like, I'll have it for lunch. I'm not really having lunch during lockdown. It's just, I don't know, I have breakfast, fuck around during the day and then have dinner. So I was like, I'll just chuck them in the freezer on the plate and then I'll be able to pop them all off, put them in a bag, and they'll be there for another time. When I tell you that these are not coming off this plate, like at all. And I know that when I leave them to defrost, the bottom of them is going to be soggy and I'm not going to be able to use them. So, all that hard work, I'm so sad. And while we're speaking about dumb shit that I have in the freezer, I have this one buttercream rose that I piped like, I don't know, a couple of months. So unlike the ravioli that actually managed to come off, I have this one, like, what am I ever going to do with this? And why am I keeping it in the freezer? I'm going to throw it away. Clearly now, because it's been on the ground. We are moments away from the 1 o'clock update to see how many cases we've got today. Are we going to go over 100 cases in a day? We didn't get it in the like biggest part of last time, so I'm a little bit nervy about that, and I feel like there's high chances we will. Yeah, I'll come back. I'll come back when I know how many daily cases we've got.
So today we're reporting 83 new community cases since 9 AM yesterday.
Okay, so it's not over 100, team, not over 100. I was about to throw away this like reed diffuser thing that I have because it has nothing left in it anymore. Like it's all done. There's nothing in there anymore. But then I was like, I have this giant like reed diffuser thing that has heaps of this liquidy goodness in it. Surely I can just put a little bit of that into here and then I'll have like a whole new reed diffuser, right? That seems like it's a smart thing to do. So I'm just going to take these ones out. Give them a little tap so we can get all the excess bits off them. I only recently found out that you're supposed to turn the reeds upside down to get the smell to keep going. I always thought that you just had to buy new reeds. So it's always good to learn things like that. This is what I'm scared about, is like pouring it without getting it all over everywhere. Oh my god, it's pouring fine, guys. Okay, don't worry, I was stressing about nothing. That seems like enough. Awesome. We'll put these back in the other way so that we can have nice moist ones at the top. And then we'll just chuck these reeds back into here. Oh my god, guys. Honestly, look at me just giving things a new purpose in life instead of throwing it away. Alright, so I've just grabbed the bread. It is proofed a lot, as you can see, and I'm back. I'm back to the old dilemma of which loaf pan. This is a different like mixture, so I don't know which one's going to be better for this particular mix. We'll give it a little knead down, punch down, roll up, and then see which one I prefer. I'll probably get it wrong. Alright, I'll just pop those tins over there. We'll keep this plastic wrap to cover the loaf. Just roll up my sleeves a bit, give this a little punch down and grab it out. I feel like this seems like less than what I had for that first loaf that I did. I think. So I'm gonna go with that loaf and I'm gonna roll the bread, tuck under the ends. Yeah, I feel like that seems like a better size for this particular loaf pan this time. Alright, I'm going to cover that back up, just a bit more loosely this time though. And then we're going to pop it in the oven. Not in the oven, we're clearly not going to cook it yet. I've just got the oven on very, very low at the moment, just so that it can get some heat into it, so that allows this to rise for another time. Guys, I'm absolutely shocked. I let the pasta partially defrost and I actually can get it off. There's only one that came off with like a hole in it. So I'm going to chuck those ones into a bag and pop them back in the freezer. How exciting. Alright, while we're waiting for the bread to proof, I thought a fun little activity for us would be to make a terrarium. So Mum gave me this I guess container thing, whatever you want to call it, terrarium house. I don't know if it was hers or if it was Nana's, but she was like, if you want it, you can have it. And I was like, sure. I have a random amount of succulents around my house that I should probably do something with. So this is what we're going to work with. I have, like I was just saying, so many just like random succulents. Like my work has lots of succulents, so I always take little cuttings here and there. So I have this little cutie. There's no, I don't even think there's any dirt in this. No, there's not, there's just some rocks. But I mean, it's living, it's doing its thing. So that'll probably go in some actual dirt. These ones here, there's a few little offcuts that I might just use instead of the main one, I'm not sure yet. I got these couple from work the other day. And they're literally just in a bottle, they're not even touching water, quite frankly, so they probably need to be rescued. These ones, which came from my auntie Trish, she gave some succulents to Mum, and I took a few. Oh god, it's so hard to see. I've really not looked after them very well, but there are some roots coming off them, so I might try and pop them in to see if they can grow. This pot here, I have some just like 3 random ones in. I really like this little one. It came from Auntie Trish. This one I think came from work. And then just another one of those little, oh, you can't even see that one there. And then what is potentially one of my favorites, mainly because of how shit I've cared for it, and it's really done quite well. This is just living in a cup with some water in the bottom of it. Oh, I actually think it's getting moldy. That's not ideal, is it? But it's growing so much. And I don't even know how. Like, it's literally, you can see there's like, oh, you can't. But there's new growth up the top and everything. So definitely going to put this guy in because he's got a lot of height to him, which I quite like. The only other thing I'm potentially going to use, this is ridiculous as well. My mum got a couple of like cactus cuttings from one of her friends. Literally one of them just fell over. They're so small. They're literally this big, but they do have little roots starting to come off them. So I might plant those in there as well. Other things I have, I put some dirt into this cup here so that, well, potting mix, it's not dirt. I've also got some big stones. I feel like these might be too big, but I do like the colours. So I also grabbed some like other stones. These are black and white ones, but they are a little bit smaller, just to add in and around. The first step though is I am going to give this a clean because it's a little bit dirty. Alright, I'm kind of hoping that this angle is going to work okay for you. I'm trying to remember that you're that way so that you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to clean the inside of this like I said. Just because this is going to be my last chance really. I'm using glass cleaner because it's mirror. It's going to be kind of hard for you to see, I'm sure, but a little bit cleaner now. So, I guess the first step is to chuck some potting mix in here. I don't know how much you need. I mean, succulents can basically live off nothing, can't they? So I'm just going to spread that out over the bottom. Might just use it all because I brought it in here, so. Well, that seems like a good start. I'm just going to pause really quickly and I'm going to go and grab like a little sprayer with water in it just so that I can moisten up that soil before we start putting in the succulents. Alright, so I have my little sprayer, little spritzer. I'm just going to spritz. There we go, just to make the soil a bit more moist. I don't know where to start now. What do I do? How do I want this to look? I feel like this tall dude needs to hang out like the back in one of those corners. I think this guy can go in this little like back corner over here. We'll pop him in there, maybe facing the other way though. Like that. I feel like I need to put a few like rocks in there to anchor him. We'll go like that for now. Oh, I might put one on the other side as well. I do feel like those rocks are too big. Anyway, oh, I don't know. Are they too big? I think they're too big. But I don't want to have like all black and white stones. That seems a bit boring. Just chuck a few of those in there. Alright. So we have one little dude in there. I think I kind of need to go from biggest to smallest so that I can like get a sense of space. So I'm going to pull these guys over next. I'm just going to take off those dead leaves at the bottom. And I feel like I need to cut this like quite low down. I'm cutting there because there's a few roots there that are starting to grow. Oh, I feel like that's still too much though. Honestly, just not a gardener. Okay. We'll just put that little dude in there. Sure. With this guy, I'm thinking I'll just put it in behind so that they're kind of together. You know? They can be a family. I think that leaf's dead. Like in there. Beautiful. So the other one that's quite similar to that is this one here. Again, there's definitely some roots growing. So I'm just going to try and remove these like dead ones. Imagine if you're not supposed to remove the dead ones and I have no idea and I'm just like destroying the succulent. There or over in the other corner. I reckon there, like right in the middle. I really like that one. It's like a little, what are those things? Lotus flower. Do I put the whole one of this plant in? Or do I just try and take off these like little pups that are coming off the side? I think I'm just going to take the little pups. Even though I have no idea how to do that. I'm going to like... Oh, I just broke it with my nail. We'll put that one in there, maybe. And I'll grab one more of the little pups. And put that one in behind so that they're together over there. So I have these guys. I feel like this tall one needs to come out the back as well, I think. I don't know how easily I'm going to be able to get it out. Okay, it turns out quite easy. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I think I need to cut that one a bit shorter as well. I'm sure there's going to be so many people who will have actual heart attacks watching this because I have truly no idea what I'm doing. Oh, well, I mean, he seems happy back there, doesn't he? Let's put a few rocks around him as well just to make him secure. Uh-oh, one of his little arms fell off. I'm sorry about your arm. Alright, guys, I feel like it already looks quite cute. I don't really know what else to do. I don't know if I want to put like the little cactuses into it. I feel like I need to put the cactuses into another pot and try and give them some more love. So I might take this little dude. And plant that one back there. When I say plant, I'm basically just popping them on the soil because I feel like succulents look after themselves, don't they? And then I'm going to take this as the last one. Oh no, it lost a leaf. Oh my god, it is growing roots. Oh my god, how exciting. Okay, and I'm going to put that little guy in here. I hope you keep growing because you're one of my faves. I know we shouldn't have favourites, but that one's definitely one of my favourites. Guys, I feel like that one looks like pretty cute. We'll just scoop this out the way. Wow. Okay, right, I'm going to add some stones. So I'm going to add in a couple of these. Maybe I should try and find the like smaller ones from here. So like pop that in there. I think that's enough. I don't want to like overdo the situation, you know? I think for now anyway, while we're just seeing if I've even done the right thing, I think I'm going to call that dunsies. I will take you off here and give you a closer little tour of the situation. Okay, so this is how it's looking from down here. Hey. So we've got our tall boy at the back and soon to be tall boy. A few little of those ones, my best little friend down there. I really hope that they like survive and thrive in their new little home. My final step is just I'm gonna give them just a little light misting. Wow, guys, wasn't that fun? You know how I had that leftover like ravioli pasta that I made the other day? And I was like, I'll have it for lunch. I'm not really having lunch during lockdown. It's just, I don't know, I have breakfast, fuck around during the day, and then have dinner. So I was like, I'll just chuck them in the freezer on the plate, and then I'll be able to pop them all off, put them in a bag, and they'll be there for another time. When I tell you that these are not coming off this plate, like at all. And I know that when I leave them to defrost, the bottom of them is going to be soggy and I'm not going to be able to use them. So, all that hard work, I'm so sad. And while we're speaking about dumb shit that I have in the freezer, I have this one buttercream rose that I piped like, I don't know, a couple of months. So unlike the ravioli that actually managed to come off, I have this one, like, what am I ever gonna do with this? And why am I keeping it in the freezer? I'm gonna throw it away. Clearly now, because it's been on the ground. So while we've been making the terrarium, the bread has been proofing again. It's looking good. I feel like this is a good amount of height, a good shape for the loaf pan. I don't think I've overdone it this time. Saying that, I do want to get it in the oven before it proofs too much more. I mean, that looks good, like, right? That's like bready shaped. Timer is set for the bread. I feel like because I did not clean the bathroom yesterday like I said I would, I should go and do it today. So let's go. Alright, the bathroom is all clean. I didn't video it because I figured watching someone clean their bathroom would be very, very boring. But I cleaned all of this, wiped everything down, cleaned this mirror, hello. Cleaned this mirror, hello. Obviously cleaned the toilet, cleaned all of this and the window because I have these horrific aluminium like window frames. They can get moldy really easily, so I'm forever wiping them down. Cleaned all of the shower. That's pretty much it, guys. And the timer for the bread still hasn't even gone off, which means that this did not take that long. I always think that cleaning's gonna take like forever, and it doesn't. Like, you're just thinking that in your own silly little head. It's just started absolutely like pissing down. It's always hard to show rain, but it's very wet. There's still 4 minutes on the bread, but I feel like it's ready. Ooh, yeah, no, I feel like that's ready. Let's get her out. Baked a little unevenly, but otherwise I feel like that looks quite good. It's only 4:30 and it's got really dark. I feel like, I don't know, I mean clearly that looks like light, but it's very dark outside, very like stormy. I have not watched The Chase the last couple of days, and not watching The Chase during lockdown is not a lockdown I want to be a part of, quite frankly. So just before The Chase starts, I'm gonna go and start making this tortilla dough because I figure it's gonna have some sort of rest time. Yeah, so that it can rest while I watch The Chase, and then we'll be ready to make some tortillas for dinner. I'm so excited. What was I gonna say? Clearly nothing important. Let's go make tortillas. Clearly I'm gonna make these tortillas in my stand mixer because I never use anything else. So I'm going to go in with 1.5 cups of flour. To that I'm going to add 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And then this recipe I've found calls for baking powder, which is weird because I didn't think that tortillas were anything other than like flour and water basically. But this recipe says that they are the best flour tortillas ever, and I'm not gonna say no to that marketing. So in goes the baking powder. I'm just gonna mix that together with the dough hook. So my plan is to make 8 tortillas, which is probably going to be more than I need, let's be honest. But that was half of the recipe and it was too hard to like quarter it again. So I am going to break this dough into 8 pieces, which seems like a lot of pieces for such a small amount of dough. But I guess like we are going to roll these out quite thin, aren't we? So each of those in half again. That one in half again. That one in half. And that one in half. So it says to get like each one, shape it into a ball, which I should have probably done before I put flour onto it, to be fair. And then make sure that that ball is like coated in flour, and then just like, oh, that's not a very good ball. I need to focus more on making them into balls because that's how I'm going to get like a nice round shape. Right, that's a slightly better ball, so we'll cover it in flour and then just flatten it down. And then we're just going to let them rest like that. Alright, so they're all rolled out, slightly squidged. We have to let these rest for a bit. It would be near on impossible to try and roll these out super flat at the moment because the gluten is really tight. So we need it to relax, chill out, take a moment. Then we'll be able to come back and roll it out. Alrighty, I'm going to try and roll out the first one of these. These are so simple, but they make me so nervous. I've gone with my marble rolling pin because I feel like the weight behind that is going to help me to get these as thin as possible. And my frying pan's not very big, so I need them to be probably about that size, to be fair. Alright, I'm going to attempt to fry the first one. When I say fry, I mean there's no oil in here. We're basically just trying to cook the flour out. They reckon it should take less than a minute. So hopefully I've got it hot enough. If it takes any longer than a minute, it's not hot enough. Oh, I might put... There we go, some light. That'll help. Alright, I'm going to go for a flip. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, there was not much colour. There is supposed to be a little bit of colour to those bubbles. So I'm going to turn the heat up just a tiny bit more. But you obviously also don't want to cook it too much because then they'll become really hard and you won't be able to like fold them. Okay, we're still not getting colour, but I don't think we're going to get colour on this one and I don't want to cook it too much. So I'm just going to give it a little bit more on that side and then we'll try another one. Alright, it's a bit hotter now, so I'm going to go in with another one. This one's very floury. Oh, I heard like a little bit of a shizzle when I did that one. Hopefully that's a good thing. Oh, there's like smoke coming off this one. Oh no, have I got it too hot now? It's classic. Oh, the bubbles are coming through a lot quicker. That was my toe clicking, in case you're wondering. Look at the side curling up. Wow. Okay, I feel like that's enough. Oh, that one really puffed up. There's colour and it looks like a tortilla. I don't know what it's doing. It looks like a monster, like it's growing. Guys, this is so exciting. No one else is probably finding this exciting apart from me, quite frankly. But that's okay. Alright, let's flip that one over. That was so exciting. I feel like that one's done. Wow, guys. Look at this setup. I mean, first and foremost, look at these bad boys. They look so good. To be fair, I'm going to flip them over and use the pale, sad one first. Super happy with them though. Got some salads, some mince. I'm going to have a lot of mince left over, I would imagine, so I'll be having some sort of mince meal tomorrow as well. But let's assemble one, eh, guys? These are delicious and they were so easy to make. Like, it's so funny how we like buy these things so easily from the supermarket because it's convenient when all it would take is like an extra half hour of planning to like make them yourself. Obviously you don't have the same plastic waste. Excuse me, get out of here. You have less plastic waste and it's just like, it's got to be better for you. Like, you've made it yourself, you know what's in it. I definitely made my mince mixture too liquidy though, because it's all dripping out the bottom, but you know, we'll take it. Literally 2 days after I made it, I'm going to put my little rhubarb crumble into the oven. How exciting. Because I live on my own, it takes me quite a while to get through a loaf of bread. So I have gone through and like pre-sliced this. Not the most evenly, but it'll do. And I'm going to pop it into a bread bag. Oh, I even think I have a bread tag. And I will pop it in the freezer and I just grab it out frozen where I need it. I'd argue if you saw that in a store. I mean, that looks like store-bought bread. My chopping was actually not as bad as I thought it was. I'm just sitting down having some of my rhubarb crumble. I'm gonna watch Taskmaster. If you've not watched Taskmaster yet, you are missing out. It's so good. Snooky's just hopped on my lap again. She always wants to eat my food. The UK one is amazing. It's the original. So good. I am watching the New Zealand one at the moment. And to be fair, considering that most New Zealand shows aren't great, this one's pretty good. I have edited most of today's video already. I wanted to get it done early because I've been going to bed so late. It's already quite long. It's like 35 minutes long. So I'm probably not going to do a lockdown outfit of the day. I wore a blue jersey. You're welcome. I'm just trying to enjoy my rhubarb crumble. Yeah. She could not be any closer if she tried. Snooky. Hey there. It is 10:30 and I think it is time to go to bed. I want to go to bed early. I've been going to bed so late. So I'm going to wrap this one up here. Bye guys.